So I think the qualities that make Bill a good lawyer are similar to the ones that make him a good father and husband. He's an intensely loyal person, he's intelligent, he listens to people, and he takes more time answering than most of us, which makes him reflective, and he sticks with things.
Bill takes cases that everybody else is afraid to take. Bill defends rights that need to be defended, and he does it to win, but he does it also because the arguments have to be made public.
What he's had to interact with judges from very different backgrounds and very different perspectives, and be able to hold his own and really not give in when it seemed like maybe the day was lost.
Some lawyers try to get their way by being bullies or ill-tempered, and Bill's style is the opposite. He's just very professional and civil, and treats people with respect, treats everybody with respect.
You know, any time of the day you can go into his office and he'll be surrounded by piles of documents. And that's a great example. Some lawyers would delegate that function to younger lawyers, you know, drill through the documents. It's in the raw material. And he doesn't shy away from that. He jumps into it.
Bill very much wants the right answer. It doesn't have to be the answer that he thought of. Bill's quick to make decisions. He has confidence in the decisions he makes, and he's quick to change them when there's new information. So he will walk away from his idea if the evidence suggests a better idea, and that's the one he'll implement.
Under the layers of everything that happens in these big cases that he tries, there's always these little ones that pop up that you never see his handprint on, you never see him taking credit for it, but these types of situations, he finds them, and he makes a lot of good things happen behind the scenes.
He is extraordinarily dedicated to our clients. But it's important to understand that while he is a tireless advocate for the paying clients, his work in the community, the general community and the Jewish community, I think it's unparalleled.
Bill recognizes the fact that the Jewish Community Center is not a fitness club. The Jewish Community Center is not necessarily in and of itself a cultural arts center. What it is a space and a set of programs where individuals from the Jewish community can get together and connect. And he knows deeply how important that is. I can't imagine the board without him.
Bill is the ideal candidate for Cardozo to be honoring. He's a distinguished attorney, obviously, but he's served in many capacities in our community as well, serving on the board of our own federation, the Talmud Torah, the Sabis JCC, his synagogue, Adat Yeshurun. He has demonstrated his caring for his own profession and for his community. We're proud to be honoring him.
He's able to do so many things well that, I just don't see how he does it. An extraordinary lawyer, to be a compassionate friend, father, and husband. He still has time to devote energy to the charitable community. He seems to get to the finish line in everything that he does in a sort of in an excellent way.
Our smallest accomplishments were the biggest ones in the world for him, and he would never say anything that would make us say, oh, well, let us sacrifice this for you. He always said, I want to sacrifice for you. I want to be there for you. What you have going on is always more important than what's happening with me right now. And I couldn't ask for a better dad, ever.
He never missed anything. He never missed sports practices. He'd pick us up from play dates. He would drop us off at play dates. We'd almost every night have dinner together. Everybody would have dinner together. I don't know when he had time to sleep, because I think after he would tuck us in, he would sometimes go grocery shopping or he would do more work. And to this day, I have no idea how he manages to do all that and still be an incredible lawyer.
All 5 kids have played hockey. We've all played many sports. I'm not sure he's had a weekend that didn't involve hockey in the past 32 years. I'm not sure that he's had an uninterrupted 4-hour stretch of time where he wasn't, helping us with something or answering a call or attending to some demand. And, I don't know that, maybe he doesn't talk to us about it, but I don't think that he's ever thought that any of that was something different than exactly what he wanted to do.
You know, I'd be working on projects with Bill, tight deadlines, projects have to get out the door, and I'd go in to consult with Bill, and he'd be on the phone talking to his kids, Little League coach, planning the game that's coming up later in the day. You know, that sent a powerful message to me that it's all important. Family's important, work is important, community's important, and that was very, very meaningful to me growing up here.
And it sets an excellent example for people who are trying to have really incredibly busy professional careers, but also important family relationships.
When our first grandchild was born a year ago in June in Chicago, he and Viv drove all the way down to Chicago just to be at his bris. He's the kind of guy that would drive 7-8 hours just to be at your first grandchild's bris. That's who he is.
Well, he's quite tall.
He's very tall.
Well, he's very tall.
He's really tall.
Yeah, Bill is usually the tallest lawyer in the room.
Our mom always said that whenever she was trying to describe him at a restaurant or if somebody was going to meet him, she said, look for the guy who looks a lot like Abraham Lincoln with a full beard.
I remember once I got lost at Disney World, and I was able to find him within about 2 minutes. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, there he is.
You know, he was one of the people that I tried to model my litigation practice after. What do you do in a courtroom? You know, many times young associates don't ever get to appear in a courtroom.
I started at Maslin 31 years ago, and the very, very first argument I ever made before a judge was one case that Bill was supervising me on. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I had prepared for it, I had prepared notes, and I had it all written out. And while we were walking through the Skyway, that's when he wanted to hear my argument. So I couldn't pull the notes out of my briefcase. And I said, Bill, I've got to show you my notes. I've got to read my notes. He said, I want to hear it from the heart. And that was the lesson I learned on my first day with Bill.
But he's never set out to prove that he's ethical, and he's never set out to prove that he's the best lawyer. He just has done what he does because it's the right thing to do day to day. So to be acknowledged for that is really very moving.
Excellence in his practice, service to his community, service to the legal profession.
And I think there's plenty of lawyers in this office who have become better lawyers as a result of working with him.
And that's how he practices law, and that's how he lives his life.